Hey guys, in this video we're going to install an under-saddle pickup in an acoustic guitar. I'm using an older acoustic guitar for this that doesn't have a pickup, and this conversion will make it an acoustic electric guitar for pretty cheap. The pickup I'm using is a newer pickup and preamp set, and I've linked to where you can buy one for yourself in the video description down below. The installation for this pickup does require some modification to the guitar body, so I wouldn't recommend doing this on an expensive guitar, especially if it's your first time. To do the installation, you'll need the pickup, masking tape, a pencil, a ruler, a drill with an 1/8 inch drill bit, a jigsaw or Dremel, a small screwdriver, a file, and a new set of acoustic guitar strings. The first thing we need to do is cover the top side of the guitar with tape. This will give us a way to mark the placement of the pickup, as well as to prevent too much damage to the finish of the guitar. I recommend taping off a large area here to be safe, but make sure whatever tape you use won't be too sticky or it will damage the guitar. That's why I'm using painter's tape for this. Now we need to figure out the position of the preamp along the side of the guitar. The preamp housing is curved to match the curvature of the guitar. Run the preamp along the edge of the guitar until you find the place where the curvature matches the best. Then use a pencil and ruler to mark the edges of the pickup housing on the tape. This works best if you have a square, that way you can keep the lines at 90 degrees to the side of the guitar. It won't work perfectly though, since the width of the guitar changes. Next, mark the position that actually needs to be cut, and this is based on the preamp housing that actually sits inside the guitar. We want this to fit snug inside the guitar with the outer edge sitting on the top surface so it doesn't fall through and we have something to screw into. Luckily, they provided a sticky foam template that we can put on the guitar to draw the outline. Place this center on the side of the guitar within the lines where the curvature matches the guitar and trace it with a pencil. At this point, we have the hole marked out on the masking tape that we'll cut out from the side of the guitar. I cut this out using a drill and file, but it's best to also use a jigsaw or a Dremel if you have one. I cut the hole slightly smaller than I needed and used the file to get the hole to the correct size. Be sure to keep checking the preamp fit as you do this. The hole needs to be just big enough to slide it in, otherwise there won't be enough wood to screw into. Our next step is to place the output jack and battery pack unit. Once again, we'll be cutting a hole in the side of the guitar. The best place for this is along the side of the guitar below the strap button. We'll repeat the same process with the masking tape and measuring it to get the output where we want it. Once again, match the curvature of the unit to the guitar to find the best placement, and don't forget to center it. Also be careful that you don't make the hole too big so it can be properly attached. After the holes for the preamp and output are cut out, we need to install the pickup under the saddle. If you didn't take the strings off yet, now's the time to do so. Then remove the saddle. This is pretty simple, but we do need to drill one more hole. We'll be drilling a small hole through the top of the bridge where the saddle sits. This won't be visible after the pickup and saddle are in place. Make sure the hole is just big enough to fit the pickup wire and not so big that there's visible damage to the guitar bridge. We can either drill this at the top or the bottom of the saddle slot. Just make sure to check the inside of the guitar first so you're not drilling through any bracing. Just drill out a 1/8 inch hole through the bridge. Now's a good time to clean out the guitar body. There's probably sawdust and debris in there from all the cutting, and we should get that out. Just use a small vacuum to do this. Once that's done, thread the wire through the hole and place the pickup in the saddle slot. Reach inside the guitar and feed the pickup wire out the first hole we made for the preamp unit. We'll connect these later. Since we're adding this pickup underneath the saddle, we need to adjust the saddle height, otherwise the strings will be too high. When I'm doing this, I run the saddle back and forth on sandpaper to get it lower. To check the string height, I just put the low E string back on. With just one string, I can easily loosen it off and adjust the saddle height again if I need to. It's always better to take off a little less and go back and do it again than having to replace the entire saddle if you take off too much. Keep in mind as you're doing this that the neck relief might not be the same as when the strings are on the guitar. Now that all the parts are in place and the cutting is done, we can assemble the pickup and preamp assembly and screw all the parts into the guitar body. First, attach the pickup to the preamp using the small plug. Then attach the cable from the preamp unit to the battery pack and output. Once all the wires are connected, just use the included screws to attach the preamp and output jack to the body. Use a screwdriver to do this by hand. Be careful since the body of the guitar is very thin and can crack easily. Do not over tighten or there's a chance that something will break. To clean up the wiring, use the included sticky mount and cable tie to attach the wires to the guitar body. This will keep the whole thing looking clean with the wires out of the way of the sound hole. With our undersaddle pickup and preamp completely installed, we can restring the guitar with a new set of strings and check out the sound. Thanks for checking out this video on how to install an undersaddle pickup in an acoustic guitar. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow us on our social media accounts to stay up to date on all our new content.